In the most holy name of Allah, the one all-wise, true and living God, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is indeed the servant and messenger of Allah. In their holy names, I extend to you the nation of Islam salutation of peace in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters, you look beautiful out there tonight, and we're happy to have each and every one of you here at the Final Call Administration Building as you are in for a real treat tonight. We are, on Wednesday nights here at the Final Call Administration Building, opening up the doors and opening up this rostrum, as Minister Farrakhan so said, Sunday, for other black intellectuals to come in and to offer us from some of the brilliance that God has blessed them with and some of the work and the findings that God has blessed them with in their travels. And so we are welcoming a professor here tonight, one of our brothers. And, you know, we shouldn't take these minds lightly that we get here, brothers and sisters, because all black people that find the truth aren't willing to tell it. And when we find somebody that can find truth for us and find facts for us, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches those that follow him, that in all you're getting, get history, because history is most qualified to reward all research. And we need research, and we need to find truth, because we've been operating on falsehood for the last 432 years here in America. We've been operating on interpretations, but they've been interpretations that have been given us by our slave masters, so we need something to bust up these interpretations. What better than truth to bust up falsehood, because falsehood is an ever-vanishing thing. I remember in studying about the Greeks and Aristotle, how they came up with this thing of this form of logic, or this form of logic that they use, with the major premise and the minor premise and the conclusion. And see, these are the kind of things that were used to justify, notice what I said, to justify what Caucasian people were doing to us here in the hills of North America. Because if you have a major premise and a minor premise and a conclusion, then you could say that the major premise being all men are made in the image of God, the minor premise being God, as everybody knows, is not a Negro, so the conclusion is, therefore, the Negro is not a man. And you can't tell me they didn't think like this, because right on the books, in the laws of this land, we were listed as 3/5 of a human being. Right today, here in the 20th century, there was an interview that took place at the foot of the pyramids with Anwar Sadat, who was then the president of Egypt, and Walter Cronkite. And Walter Cronkite mentioned to him that Menachem Begin was looking forward to coming to Egypt to visit the land where his fathers built the pyramids. And Anwar Sadat corrected him and said, no, you're mistaken. They were never here, and we have no record. And you know, Egyptian history is some of the oldest written history on the planet, and there's no record of any Jews having been there, least of all for 400 years. And right today, they are subtly teaching our children that Caucasian people are the ones who constructed the pyramids, when they show the 10 Commandments every year without fail. And they show Charlton Heston standing up with the scroll in his hand, directing all the architects and the builders and the masons and what have you. And this is subtly putting into the brain of our children that white folks built the pyramids. So we're bringing somebody on today that's not bringing you an interpretation, but he's bringing you facts. He's bringing you truth, so that we can bust up the mind that was built from interpretation, false interpretations, false beliefs, misconcepts, and being misguided. So tonight, brothers and sisters, we are welcome to have with us a brother who's done lecturing at Roosevelt University. He's done lecturing at the University of Chicago, University of Illinois, DePaul, Michigan State University, the University of Indiana and of Ohio, and Iowa State, and Western Illinois. We have a man with us whose expertise is ancient history, comparative religion, natural health, herbistry, safety engineering, biology, metaphysics, hypnosis, and UFO research. We have someone with us tonight that has made appearances already, as I speak, on television's Issues Unlimited, Common Ground. He's been on the Newsmakers. He's been on the radio stations WIN, WBBM, WGN, WLS, WCFL, VON, BEE, WMAQ, WBMX, and I could go on. He has done lectures on at least 48 topics, brothers and sisters. That's something about the mind of a black man, the mind of a black woman. We should really appreciate it, because if you study how other ethnic groups came in this country and how they were able to move about, say for instance the Anglo-Saxons making laws, the Irish becoming part of the police force enforcing laws, and the Italians coming in and taking crime, and the Jews coming in mastering the art of working black folks and keeping them broke at the same time. Yeah. See? But the black man got here and he had no avenue. Where could he, even if he wanted to get in crime, he had to go to someone else to get his product. Even if he had wanted to get into something legitimate, he had to go to someone else to get his product. But you know what they did? Right in Harlem, the black man went into his own mind and came up with a game called numbers. See? And they used to call it nigger pool until Arthur Flingenheimer, who was Dutch Schultz in New York City then, took it over and found out that the books from Harlem alone were bringing in $500,000 a day. Never take the mind of a black man lightly, or a black woman. So this brother has lectured on 48 different topics. They've been the pyramid power, the history of the pyramids, why it is still the 20th century wonder, what would or could the world have done without the black man? Look at a question like that. Earth's unexplained mysteries. Everything you wanted to know about vitamins and minerals and herbs and amino acids, enzymes. The true story of woman, the ancient secret again revealed. Assassinations, Lincoln versus Kennedy. So I could go on, but words do very little to talk about a man that I'm finna bring on tonight. And what we should really appreciate most of all of what he's bringing us, brothers and sisters, is a truth that will bust up the mind of this white supremacy that we've been laboring under for the last 430 years. I would like for you to give a rousing final call, round of applause for our brother, Dr. Delbert Blair. Would you please?